Yo viewers, George here, and Merry Christmas! Yes, it's that time of year again where families get together, snowfalls are more frequent, and gifts are given. And who doesn't like gifts, right? Right? So I figured this time around we look at a Bible game, preferably the one that's called The Bible Game. And with a name like The Bible Game, it has to be the definitive Bible game, right? Let's roll the opening and find out. The Bible games are kind of weird. You got the console version, which is a trivia game, and then you got the Game Boy Advance version, which is an action-adventure game. Yeah, and if the track records of past Bible games can tell us anything, then they're both gonna suck. I mean, just look at this cover. You get yourself Noah's Ark happening here, an angry Roman, and... Moby Dick? Funny, who knew a story about a man hunting a whale was more about God than revenge? Let's see, we got some kids running away from a Bible, because that's what you want on the front of your Bible game. Oh, and Crave Entertainment published this game. Because, you know, Crave's track record is also really good. Well, the console version doesn't have much to offer, just some Old Testament questions and the host.
Are you ready to do unto others? Here's our host, Justin Warren!
Justin? Is that even a real name? Well, Justin hosts the game's trivia game called Do Unto Others, which has to be the worst name for a Bible-based trivia game ever. I mean, look, I have a list of way better names right here. Let's see, we got Thorn in the Flesh, Baptism of Fire, Crossed Off, Fall from Grace, Holier Than Thou, God's Wrath, Forbidden Fruit, A Man's Game, The Ten Commandments, Oh My God, Lick the Dust, Wit's End, The 11th Hour, Signs of Time, Thank God, Godspeed, Armageddon, Jacob's Ladder, A Cross to Bear, Saving Grace, Rich and Faithful, Oh Lordy, and those gosh darn Romans. Any of these would be better fucking names than Do Unto Others. But yeah, the console version of the Bible game is pretty boring, really doesn't offer much past Bible questions. But now let's talk about the real deceiver here, the Game Boy Advance version. So the game starts with these two little shits being told about some holy armor in the Bible, and holy hell, this artwork is horrendous. I mean, just look at this kid's face structure. Is he human? What are deceivers? I'm looking at one. God damn it. Christ, you know you're in for some serious shit when you get this. Deceivers are liars that cause us to make mistakes. Oh yes, who forget the most famous of the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not take responsibility for his own actions. Run! The Master Deceiver has escaped! Who will save us now? I don't know, I assume God or Jesus, that would make sense. Nope, it's actually one of the two little shits who wants God's armor. I guess God and his son were just too busy to stop Satan. Sorry, I mean, the Master Deceiver. So you pick your kid and loading screen. Get used to this. This game not only has a ton of fucking loading screens, but they all take forever. So once the game is loaded, you find yourself in some sort of place. Hello, person!
I think I saw a deceiver that way.
Alright, John Oliver, thanks. So the point of the game is to— Bugs! Bugs! Kill it! Kill it with fire! Die! So the point of the game is to find the deceiver, which is these flying wing red turkey imp things, all while bugs are bugging you. You can kill the bugs by jumping on them, but it's probably just best to ignore them. Seriously, trying to squish these little things is like next to impossible. I mean, look at this! I'm right on top of it! And I seriously can't believe I just said I'm on top of a bug. It's still not as bad as the Woody joke, though. So you find one of these fireball-throwing bastards, and they just want to ask you a couple questions about the Bible. I'm not even joking, if you correctly answer enough questions, he just leaves. Like what? Why? So if you defeat them, they'll drop a key fragment, which you have to collect them all to beat the level. And as the game goes on, you'll need more key fragments, which means you have to answer more questions. Oh, and the questions. The fucking questions they ask you. These goddamn questions are the most puzzling thing about this game. Now, I'm no churchgoer or religiously inclined individual, so I figure I have a really hard time with these questions, since I've never actually read a page from the Bible. But these questions are a little too easy, give or take a few. Seriously, all you have to do is make a decent guess, and the odd time you'll get answers that contradict themselves. But for the most part, these questions are too easy for the target audience or the people who would actually buy this game, eliminating any challenge this game could actually have. Meaning the Bible game is ultimately boring! Chris, even the Master Deceiver is defeated by answering a few questions, like all the other deceivers. Seriously, you would think the final boss would be somewhat different from the minions. But nope, that would be just too much work. So let's say you decided to torture yourself and beat the Bible game. Was it worth it? Congratulations! You completed the final quest and defeated the Master Deceiver. Oh wow, thanks. Oh wait, there's more. Yippee. That added so much. Overall, the Bible game kinda blows. A lot. But does it really surprise you at all, given the countless other Bible games made that also suck? The best thing I can say is the console game isn't that bad. But I wouldn't recommend playing either of these games. They're boring. The gameplay revolves around answering questions that are too easy for the target demographic, and too boring for anyone else. The artwork is horrendous, and the game becomes really repetitive really quickly. Well, although we're finishing this year on a very sour note, I just want to say thank you to all of you who have supported me this year. I can't wait to do it again next year, and hopefully we'll have less shit like this, and something more fun-ish. And with that all said and done, until next time, Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year's, and keep on gaming. Hey viewers, thanks for watching. Like what you see, then hit that good old like button right down there, or you can just give me a good old subscribe. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you're into that.